Bush Radio. Bush Radio.
Your real talk radio.
State Affairs with Edmund Obilo is live.
Folake Otuyelu, it's good to have you on State Affairs.
Thank you, Edmund Obilo.
How is America today?
Oh, for today, America is not on the good side because of the COVID-19 pandemic. It's really ravaging the country as we are, especially some few states. They are not having good times at this period. Things are not really okay. The pandemic is, in fact, it's as if it's getting beyond control.
We are talking about more than 25,000 dead. It is scary.
Exactly. It is scary. It is scary. Because even last weekend, which happened to be the peak of this pandemic, we experienced like 2,000 deaths over the night. When I say 2,000 deaths, I'm talking of 2 states alone, just 2 states.
How are you keeping safe?
One good thing about this place is that we are really maintaining the social distance. The social distances is so compulsory. Even when you are in the public bus, you don't have 2 on the seats. There are this social distances of 6 feet. And it's all over the places, including malls. Even when you go to grocery stores, now even the malls, before you can go into the malls, like the big malls that you see people just walking as they like, now you see people at the gate, the security will be at the gate, counting the number of people inside, and it's when they're coming out that they allow new ones to go into the mall. And this is really helping, and with the use of the gloves, the PPE, which are the personal protective equipments, that it's compulsory that you must have it on when you're going out or when you are in the public. So I think with the help of things like this, it's helping out.
The United States is going through hard times.
Really hard times.
I feel for them.
Everybody is feeling for them. Everybody, even we that we're here, we are also feeling. We have that feeling because you see somebody today, tomorrow they tell you that person is normal. Like personally, I had an encounter. I was with an old woman. I was with her in the morning, and I saw the way she was doing. I think I was not comfortable anymore. So I had to call in the nurse. The nurse came in and used the thermometer on her. Before we know it, her temperature is high. And the next thing is just to call for the ambulance. And by the time the EMT vehicle came in, they took her away. And less than 2 hours, the report I had was that she's gone.
Oh.
I felt so bad. And, somebody you just saw, not even up to a day, less than 3 hours. And the next thing you heard is that she's gone. So is that bad? Is that bad? Is that bad? Everybody is believing on God now to just save the situation.
This is a United States you left Nigeria for.
Exactly.
Has it been good times for you?
At least I have the security. I have the security that I can move on the street without being afraid that somebody is going to harm me or somebody is about to attack me. Before I left, I can't sleep with my eyes closed anymore. It got to a point that I had to leave my house. I left. I ran away.
Who were those chasing you?
Edmund, I don't even know how to put it. I don't know how to put it. Maybe those people that are not comfortable with the news I read. If I would say the politicians and the Islamic sect. I don't know, maybe you remember There was a time the Islamic side, they came with placards and said the way I read their news, I seems I'm rubbishing their religion, things like that. But what these people don't know is that the news is not made by Folake. Folake is not a news editor. Folake is just reading what she saw or what she sees in the newspaper. It's not for her to add or remove. Just as it is. That is what Folake is doing. But many don't believe that. I don't know. Maybe we still have to enlighten our society more on that.
But some would say that as you read the stories on the program Tifuntedo, you gave it your own reading. You gave it somewhat simple interpretations to suit the stage.
I never do that. But one thing about the Yoruba, the language that I use, is that Yoruba language is so rich. Yoruba language is very rich. And we have this proverbial words that we use to qualify things, which are very, very rich. And, at times you might not even say it, but just use the proverb. And the proverb, when you're saying the proverb, it could mean different meaning to a particular word. And people may not even, the same news the English people will read is the same news that Tifuntedo will read. But people will have a different meaning because you are able to explain more to them.
But again, let's look at it from this point. When Folake is on Tifuntedo, she comes with deep insight through the use of words. With just one proverb, you can send 1,000 messages. Is that not true?
Correct.
And now many would accuse you that because you had this powerful control of proverbs, you used it to drive down some hard messages, and they decided to be hard on you.
Take, for example, there is a particular word that first causes a problem for me during the course of my job as a journalist. We have this word. There is somebody that's been referred to as a controversial person. Whenever it's always in the news that the controversial so is in the news again. When they say somebody is controversial, the meaning is that that person is always in the news. They are always talking about that person. You can't do without them mentioning the name of that person. And when the English people will come, they'll just say, the controversial, la, has done this and this and that again.
And when Folake comes, what does she use?
And when Folake comes with Yoruba, and it's still meaning the same thing. Yoruba will say, which still means the same thing as to controversial. And that's just the beauty of Yoruba language.
You used words while interpreting the news to unravel certain messages.
That is the way it has to be. For me to be able to say what I want to pass, I have to use those words. And these are not words that are damaging. I'm not using the words to damage them.
And they come after you.
But these are just the right words. And with that, they start coming after me. A lot of threat letters. They want to kill me. And to the point that they start harassing me on the road, stopping my vehicle. I've been drawn out of the vehicle before, dealt with. I've been met one-on-one in the house. And that was why I had to leave the house. It became unbearable. It became so tough with me. And at times I said, am I the only journalist in town? Am I the only one doing this? In fact, there was a time I had to go to another state. I don't want to mention that state now. Very close to your state. I was among the panels that will conduct an interview for the governor of that state. And the moment I mentioned my name, he said, you again? He said, you again? And I said, me again, what, sir? He said, oh, they've sent you to the state again. I said, I don't have anybody sending me about. He said, okay. And the first question I asked him, he just threw back at me. He said, I know. I said, ah. So it means it's not only in Oyo State that Folake is being known. Folake is all over. And it's high time.
Yes, I could remember. We were colleagues at the time. There were times you ran to the station scared, wanting safety.
Exactly. There was a time the chairman of the station had to tell me to go and report. Maybe they should even get me an orderly or somebody, a security guard that will be following me back. And I said, no, I know the type of security guards we have in Nigeria. Sorry to use that word. I know the type of police we have. Instead of them to save me, they will sell me out.
Is that not too hard on the police?
I know them because I know. Because the first report I made, when I went there to make the report, and the first thing I had was that, yes, you have a sharp mouth. You talk too much. You do this too much. And I think you should be more educated than what you're saying. And the person went further. I don't want to refer to that person, maybe male or female. But the person went further. I said, one thing I want you to know that the old Attorney General of the Minister of Justice, they killed the Minister of Justice, was murdered just like a chicken. She said, even up to now, we're unable to unravel the killers. So, not to talk of you ordinary journalists. And I said, did you call me an ordinary journalist? I said, that is unfair to journalists. And the person just said, well, I'm going to take your statement, I'll take your report, but then you just have to be careful, you have to be watchful.
Those were hard times for you, right?
Very, very hard time. Very, very hard time. Very, very hard time. And even when I first left, they went to my house again to ransack it, thinking maybe I'm at home.
But you left your fans behind. They miss you.
They did, because I had a lot of calls, communication, they sent messages, a lot. In fact, I had to take myself off the social media at the time because it was so disturbing. So disturbing. Even up to this last week, I received a message again. I said, what? I think people should have forgotten about Folake Otuyelu by now. What is happening?
Do you conclude that hard times pushed you out of Nigeria?
I've said safety for my life because I want to live. At the same time, I want to do the right thing. I want to help my society. By doing all these things, so we think we are helping the society. Take, for example, there's a program that my chairman is so much in love with, Democracy in Action, whereby we go on here. You remember the monthly allocation for different states and all the local government. That program I had a very terrible experience with that program. Because the moment we say it, you start receiving calls, even from those you least expect. Say, where did you see that? That's a lie. But all these things are in the website. I said, God, this is what is written there. You should go and check. They tell you, no, that is not on paper. It's a lie. All we have is zero. You remember the days of zero allocation?
Yes.
All they will tell you is all zero allocation. We never had that. Or even all the local government will be telling you, no, that's a lie. That's not true.
What does that tell you about leadership in Nigeria?
We don't really have good leaders in Nigeria. Our leaders are not doing the right thing. Take, for example, this lockdown that's going on all over the world. Some countries have started palliative measures for their citizens. You see the way they are going about, and if you are even a citizen of America and you've been paying your tax accordingly, they have been paying them $1,200. If you are a citizen and you have been filing for your tax accordingly, is that not good enough? Not to talk of they have places which are well organized, unlike the one that is going on in Nigeria. They have places, they have food pantries that are just walking into. You really need food, you go there, you pick whatever you need, and you leave. You will see people, they queue even in their cars. They use their cars to queue. You don't have to come down from your car. and they go around, they just follow the queue. And when it is their turn, they pick up whatever they want to pick and leave. What do we have things like that in Nigeria? Even with the stories, with the news, we're hearing that we have a lot of people donating, banks are donating, the rich ones are donating, the billionaires in the society, they are donating a lot of money. Still, the government is not making the people, the citizens, to even feel this. And that is why people are not comfortable anymore. Armed robbers are just ravaging all over Nigeria. They walk freely on the streets, attacking, arming people. Why?
Can I say Folake Otuyelu left Nigeria to save her head?
To save my head. Thank you, Edmund. That is justice. That is justice. To save my head. To keep my life. I think I'm still young. I don't want to die now. You don't even know where it's coming from. Even from thugs. I've come in contact one-on-one with a particular thug before, and he told me he wanted to kill me. I said, why? I'm not a politician. I don't have a garage I control. I'm not a motto, whatever. So why should he kill me?
Before we round off, can you do something for us in Yoruba? Your fans will want to hear something from you.
So mo kí gbogbo yín ní tilé toko, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà wípé ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí o, a kú ìgbà tá a wà yìí. Ìgbà ni, àkókò àwa, àkókò àlọ ni. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbà pé àkókò òun náà lórí bẹ́ẹ̀ pé kúkú ṣe lọ́dọ̀ wa nìkan lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, káàkiri àgbáyé òun náà lélẹ̀ tí ń lọ. Tó tá máa gbàdúrà náà ni k'Ọlọ́run ọba kó bá wa dá àrùn àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn yìí, kó bá wa dá lọ́wọ́, kó má jẹ́ ó kọjá bó ṣe wà. Káwa náà dẹ̀ rí pé a ṣe ojúṣe wa. Ká rí pé wọ́n ṣe ní ká máa ṣe, ká fọwọ́ wa lóòrèkóòrè. Bàbá láǹfààní sí bọ̀wọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká lò ó. Bàbá ní nǹkan tá a lè fi pawọ́. Àwọn oògùn apáró, apakòkòrò ọwọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká lò ó, ká fi pa ọwọ́ wa. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ká rí pé tó à ń jìnnà síra wa pẹ̀lú ìwọ̀n ẹsẹ̀ bàtà 6. K'Ọlọ́run nìkan ló kù kó ṣe ẹ̀ kó máa dáàbò rẹ̀ bò wá. Tó ànílùgbàdì àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn, àìsàn tí ò gbóògùn, àrùn tí ò ṣeé wò, Ọlọ́run ní fi kan ẹnìkan kan nù wa. Ọmọlúàbí yín náà ní Folake Otuyelu yín, GCON1. Mo kí yín o, ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí, ẹ ṣé.
Folake Otuyelu, thank you for featuring on State Affairs.
Thank you so much, Edmund Obilo.
Bush Radio.
Bush Radio. Bush Radio.
Bush Radio.
Your real talk radio.